Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. Today is Wednesday, the 4th. Um, yeah, let's just get right into it. Same thing as always. Let's get rid of that real quick. All right, bet. So we got 10 a.m. news, high impact. We had 8:15 red folder. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. Um, and yeah, so a lot of the things that coming into the day and I'm taking from yesterday is patience and another thing is I'm just going to be taking one trade, one simple trade. If it does not work, I'm going to simply just call it there. If there is no trade, I am just not even going to trade it. So, yeah. So the market eventually did return to the 4 hour yesterday, and it's now inside of this 4 hour up here. So, we are disrespecting bearish, closed above this 4 hour gap, put a change in the state, return to it, and we're seeking higher out of this. So it could be just to seek into this fair value gap, or possibly, come and take out these highs. So we're gonna mark out our highs and our lows and our fair value gap, and yeah, we're just gonna go from there. So we got buy side liquidity up here, buy side liquidity up here. We have a low inside of this gap down there, inside of this 1 hour. If we zoom down, so 1 hour. Sell side right there. So yeah, like one of the things I did yesterday that, I really said I was gonna wait was for a change in the state and simply just wait for it. We did get a tiny bit of a sell-off, but it wasn't nothing like drastic. And with that, that's also like what I took in with yesterday was, I'm gonna start taking my fruit. You know, I'm not gonna be trying to target, nothing, superior. There's no need to, if I could target something small, then boom. So got a 4 hour gap right here that we are inside of on ES and on NQ. So really mainly we just want to see what happens here, what holds out, what doesn't hold out. And we're in our little range right now, so we don't gotta mark out nothing too crazy. We do have this bullish SMT. So we know we got a higher time frame SMT. Cool. Like I said, don't really gotta mark it out. We understand it's there. We know what we're working with right now, so yeah. So this 1 hour holds bullish, and then we take out the high to the left of us, and we tap inside of this 4 hour gap. So we know we have buy side resting right here, and then we have a 1 hour above this too. Gonna mark this out as well. Possible targets if we are bullish on the day. So now you're just going to do the same thing here. So yeah, this is really what we're working with at the moment. We got our open marked out here, and so like one of the main things, like I said, was just simply waiting. Like I can wait for my model, to be present day. But then like when it's about to be entry time, I sort of jumped the gun, and I paid the price there. I got stopped out really quick. And the market wanted to make one more move back up before trading back lower. And it's nothing that I'm upset about. That's why you just journal it, move on, and that's truly how you get better. So with that, now we are here, and based off that, I could take exactly what I did wrong yesterday, and I could turn that into rights today. I can make that just better. So pretty much we got our buy side liquidity. our sell side liquidity. We are inside of this 4 hour, so we are delivering from a 4 hour right now. Price is also inside of this inverse too. So if you mark it like that, you can see like we are inside of this gap. It's not like perfectly, it would be like that, but at the same time, that's just what we're working with right now. So, I want to see how this 4 hour holds right now. If we were to be bearish, I would want to see, like an internal high, get manipulated, something like that. Maybe like on the 5 minute right here, we take out this leg, put a little model in, even on the 2 would be clean. So like we're generating right here, we're generating a lot of buy side liquidity. So, I'd like to just see what really happens here. I'm gonna just stick to my 15-minute chart and, practically go from there. So I'm gonna stay on the 3 minute right now, or the 5. Yeah. So I'm gonna stay on the 5. Start scaling down, see what ES is looking like, where we're at on ES as well. So we did take the high to the left of us. Boom. We take it once more. Same thing on ES. And then like higher time frame, standard deviation. This leg took this again, deliver down into a 1 hour, possibly. The 4 is kind of, it's past sell side, but it does line up with these lows down here. So, just sort of getting my understanding where, the market could draw to, where it possibly wants to go. And, just staying prepared. So we got extra, the external sell side down there. So yeah, I mean, this is practically what you want to see, coming into a morning like this. Jump onto the 4 hour higher time frame, or daily. Let's say this, yeah, the daily. We are towards equilibrium of the range. We're actually like right at it. 4 hour, this high to this low, boom, directly at equilibrium of the range. So that's discount. So anything can happen here. Like we could probably push up a little bit more. Possibly want to take out these highs to the left. So just want to see, like, did this high get taken out? Yes, it did. This high, yes, it did. So we did take out both of these highs, and we tapped into this 4 hour before selling off. So I will have that marked out. So we have buy side resting at 4 hour imbalance, and then one above that, an hour, 1 hour. Also, even a 4 hour. So we'll leave it as the 4 hour just to make it more clean. Just knowing, like, all right, we got 2 4 hours above us. Buy side liquidity, resting. We're at equilibrium of the range. We are inside of a 4 hour right now. So just based upon that, we're just gonna wait. Any move that we would like to see, us get lower from, we would need a clean, a clean change in the state. Like if you look, a change in the state on the 5 minute would be, I guess you could say here, but we'd have to get through all these gaps. So it'd be down here, and like for me to want to short that to sell side, which is not, it's not crazy. It's not crazy far. If we short it somewhere down here, but I just want to see something, like possibly dig higher, then, maybe want to rebalance somewhere into these, these gaps. Maybe even, start to sell off lower to these lows and stuff like that. So mainly just coming in today just to watch and be patient. Like I'm in no rush to even trade it. If my model's present, I will take the trade. I will always take the opportunity if it's present. But, just coming in smarter today, more sharp, more prepared, and, just focused. So like, we don't make those same mistakes, and that's literally how perfect your craft. So we are a discount on ES as well. So can get rid of that and that. So we know we're in discount. Just based off of that right there. These legs right here. Market looks like it's opening up. You know, possibly wanting to get higher. We got a 30-minute right here. And again, if we're bearish, I'd like to see this 30-minute get ran. So simply just gonna see like if price wants to manipulate into this 30-minute first, you know, and then start to run higher. Or if we know we get our move before that and then would like to just get through. So we did put in that change as well. So, you know, putting in a 4-hour change, also inversing this 4-hour after being in, you know, we were inside of a bullish one, ran it, boom, then opened up another bearish one. Straight up just blitzed that, ran it. So, you know, we're back inside of this, just this like little range that we were playing in. Now we're inside of this 4-hour. And Q is inside of the 4-hour. And same thing over here, you know, we had a bearish, ran it, opened up bullish, ran it, boom, just straight ran that shit. So like we're kind of just playing around right now. Higher time frame. So we do have a low inside of this gap as well. Got a 1-hour right there. We got a low. So we got sell side as well right there. That's what the 1 minute looks like. Do you have SMT in the market right now? I would just like to see these highs, you know, get taken. Those highs getting taken is a bit more ideal for me. We'll still be inside of the range. We'll still be inside of this gap as well. So, but we are looking at if this SMT holds, we put in a change here. We are looking to, you know, get lower. We have reason to rebalance as well. Excuse me. Yeah, equilibrium would line up really with sell side. So that 1 minute is looking to excuse me. Put a change in. SMT is in the market as well. I want to see if we want to put a 5-minute change in as well right here, which that will hold till 9:30. So changing the state right there. If we wanted to take out these highs, this 1 minute does hold, and boom, we start to reverse. So I do like this right here. This is pre-market, so I would like to see a full pullback to the change. And then, we have a 2 minute up there as well. Possibly could short that. No pullback, just gonna be patient and just wait. Same thing on ES. So again, like I said, we have reason to go lower. We do have an SMT in the market. Take out this high to the left of us, which is valid. And then we do not take out the high. Then we start to get the sell off. So again, I just want to see a pullback, and that will confirm it for me. So we did get a 3 minute change. We got a 2 minute change as well. Which is clean, super clean. So we did pull back. Got this 3 minute. We pulled back on the 3 minute as well. Right there, we tapped it. Just gonna look for that one more time. If it's there, and if it's, the opportunity is there, we'll take it. So gonna put a limit sell order right there for 2. If it gets filled, it gets filled. So we're just gonna wait. But this is what we want to see here. The displacement before 9:30. SMT is in the market. Pulled back. Opened up a 2 minute in favor. So one more minute until market open as well. So gonna go ahead and take that off just because market is about to open. We already did pull back. So I want to see what happens here now. Kind of in that point in time where, all right, we're just pulled back. Want to see, displacement out of that. So if we get that, we get that, right? But again, we're in no rush. So market is about to open right here. Pull back to both of these changes. Now here's just the patience. We're at this change in the state. I would like to see, a move lower. But look, this is why I did not go short here, because I would have been stopped. So this high does get taken now. You can get rid of the SMT. Does not matter. That's why I did not go short at the moment, just because I'd like to see something else happen, I would have wanted displacement before 9:30 and then, after that. So get rid of that change, get rid of everything. Now we're working inside of this range. So now we know we have this high gets taken now. We still are inside of this, this 4 hour. But let's just see, what the displacement's looking like. So like here, I'm gonna be super patient. I'm just gonna wait. We know the high gets taken. I want to see an internal high get ran. So like this high gets taken is get again. I want to see this 30-second close possibly get that ran as well. But I'm just not even gonna be in a rush, you know. Again, if we want to get lower, we have to get beneath this change right here. So through this 30-second as well. Looks like ES is starting to get lower. ES is looking like it's trying to sell off here and get, you know, do that change. So we did exactly that. We delivered inside of this 30-minute. Before we took out lows to the left of us. There is no SMT, but we did take sell side. Now we're inside of this 30-second, and you know, from here, like I said, want to see an internal high get taken. So this one right here, even on the 1 minute, you know, we could take it. Just want to see one more move up before, you know, if we want to go lower. So we're just gonna be super patient, just gonna wait. Like nothing's really happening at the moment. Did put in this 2-minute change as well. But we're just gonna wait. This isn't even buy side though. You know, we're just gonna, we know that that's just a high to the left of us. You know, 8:15 news. That high gets taken. So 8:15. That high gets taken. So, you know. Like it's reason for us to go lower, but it's not, you know, nothing crazy. But like where we're at right now, I'm gonna drop to the 30-second, right? Yes, it's trying to get, you know, beneath that, but NQ looking to take this high, which we just take it here. We know we got this 2-minute change we just put in. So inside of a 2-minute gap. So we're just gonna wait here, you know. There's really nothing at the moment. Again, if we did wanna, you know, displace take out buy side up into up inside of this gap up here, that's even, you know, that's a little bit more, you know, better. We took out orders selling off, you know, all the way down there. So it's a bit easier to make a read. But we know we have this manipulation move now being put in. We don't take this high. So just gonna wait here. I do want to see if we want to put this change in though. For me, it would have to be, you know, on the 1 minute. So, but I also want to see what happens when we pull back to this 2-minute, you know? Are we getting, so we pull back to that 2-minute change, right? Are we getting legs that are going to get above this? So boom, ES does not put a 2-minute change in, but we are putting that change in the state. We just put a 2-minute change on ES now. we're inside of this gap here. Simply just going to see what happens out of this. If we get through this though, on NQ, could seek lower. 1 minute does not, get put in, fails. 30-second doesn't though. Get through that 30-second. So my reasoning for not going short right now is still valid. We're inside of a 2 minute here. And I'd like to see that, obviously not hold. 2 minute change does get put in on ES though. So just want to note that. And we failed is putting that 2 minute change along this. So we do have an SMT that's in the market at these highs. We just want to see if that wants to hold. That's it. If it wants to hold, we possibly could look for a short. SMT right there. 1 minute change does get put in. Gonna sell 2 here. My stop up there. Again, just one trade. I sold 2. We are inside of this 2 minute, so that's kind of the reason why, but we did put in a 1 minute change here. And ES not delivering and failing that is the reason. We have an SMT in the market. We put in this 1 minute change. We have all these gaps that could possibly hold, and that's what I'm seeking to hold. So, and then again, we have a reason to go lower. If we inverse this 2 minute, which if we do, could possibly look for an add. But we have, sell side resting down here. Let's jump to the 15 minute. Sell side resting right there. 1 minute change does get put in. We tap back at it. Just want to see what we do out of this now. It's confident trade. SMT, internal manipulation. High to the left of us gets taken. We change. ES changes as well. ES fails to put in that 2 minute as well. Puts a 2 minute change in the state in. So from here, just gotta wait and be patient. If we do want to run this 2 minute, is that's what I'm looking for. I could look for an add off of the the inverse and then a 2 minute change down here. But if we want to inverse this 2 minute, I'm already in my position, so risking 289 on this trade, not really. Like I said, I'm only taking one trade today. So like I said, if this one doesn't go to play, then that'll be it on the day. So we're gonna look for our break even, which would be, probably right here. We're gonna look to go break even. Based off of that change getting put in, if it wants to. Pull back up to this 1 minute again. This would be the 2. This break even would be the 2, and then the 4 also would be, the final target of standard deviation. So it is clean. And if we do want to deliver to this 2 mark, which is our break even, that'd be a risk-free trade. So that would actually be, not perfect, but damn near. So it looks like we do want to get to this inverse. And then we know we have sell side resting down here. Three-minute change in the state. It's about to get put in. 3 minutes looking to get ran as well. Can put that like that. Did not hit our break even yet, but we did pull back up to this change. Can lower our stop just a little bit if we want to, SMT still holding, but again, like I said, if we want to pull back all the way up here, we already filled this 1 minute too. Then we could tighten up our stop a little bit now. If we wanted to come all the way back up and run this, then before hitting this break even mark, then that's how you protect yourself. I don't want to risk another $140 more for no reason when it's already going to be risk free if we eventually want to take out this low here. So great risk management. The trade itself is just it's clean. Gotta imagine a whole lot of news, global war news, everything. The market isn't going to be perfect. It's not going to always deliver. So, I did not know face cam was on. We're locked. So we did put a 3-minute change in. We've yet to hit this break even. 2-minute change is valid. So we are locked though. We are definitely locked. So we're just seeking lower out of this. Definitely did not think, face cam was going to be on. But hey, bro, might as well just leave that shit. So, OD lock, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's how it is, though. If I knew it was on, it would have been a whole different, scenario. So, we are inside of these 5 minutes, the 15-minute as well. We get our first stab in there. Pretty much let this candle closed. But I'm looking for this low right here to get taken. Three-minute gets inversed. Gonna tighten up our stop even more. It's about $60 now. It could even go above the 2-minute, which would be right here, so it is. So about $60 on the stop. We're not fully break even yet, but we're just looking for this, to actually start delivering. But, like I said, the market is the market. So right now, it's not the best, but it's also there's opportunity, And if you can see your model play out, it's perfect. Like even if I waited for this change right here, shorted, stop goes up here, still clean, still super clean. So it looks like we are gonna head towards this break even level. But I'm probably gonna just leave my stop here and just manage it and watch it. $60 is not bad at all. It's amazing. So we're literally just waiting. We're playing inside of this range. Nothing's really going on right now. But we are inside of this 30-minute. I do want to see what this next candle has to, provide. For us to get here, we have to run this, so which would mean we're super, super bearish. But yet again, EQ of this move, resting with sell side. So just gonna look to hold this trade, to be honest. Like if we're gonna play, we're gonna play. But hey, there's break even right there. Like I said, I'm gonna just look to hold this, just based upon like what we're doing, where we're at. Super clean. And then yet, ES hasn't even taken sell side, so that's one of the other reasons why I am just waiting. Gonna look for ES to get lower too, and manage it from there. Cause like ES still has to take out sell side for this SMT to get put in, and then the way ES is looking, we might get out of there. So we might get out of there, but if you just look at the market right now, like we put that 2 minute change in and we pull back to it, nothing's going on here. Even the 3 minute change gets put in, boom. So 5 minute change does get put in, it's valid. From here, I just want to see lower, but again, this is the trade. Stop was above this. No, it's here actually. So it looks like we're about to get stopped at break even. We're not fully at break even though. So I want to get this screenshot before, so it's live. Yeah, there ain't really no reason. So that would be the trade here. It looks like we're gonna get stopped out in a little bit of drawdown, but super clean. So we're inside of this 30 minute. Price is holding. Pull back to this change on the 1 minute. But yeah, 30 minute ends up holding. Change we put in is valid, but nothing holds, so we did not get no move, like like legs down. Yes, he had to take sell side, so there is no move, that I could see possibly, to take this lower again. Then we get straight legs down right after taking out this high, so yeah. I mean, hey, clean trade on the day. We did take out this high to the left of us, right here, putting in another SMT. You can note that. But I'm looking to, pretty much be risk-free on my trade, which that's kind of what I was aiming for, and we were that, down $58. That's not bad at all, so can't really complain. We're just playing inside of a range, though. It's hella news, though. You got to remember that. And, that's just what it comes down to. Like, the only reason I'm not taking another trade is just, drawdown purposes and just price action alone, That was the move on the day. This is clean to me, Boom. I'd like to see like a lower, from here. So nothing really played out today, but that is gonna be the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're just gonna get rid of everything. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, ready. So yeah, see y'all in the next one. Peace.